Okay, hi guys. Then. All right. Okay, hi guys, and welcome. Is this right? Yeah, I want to sit. No, I'm very comfortable. Thank you for the concern. Okay, hi guys. Calmate, stai calmo. Okay, piano. Okay, the beta watch. Right. Sorry, that was overly dramatic. That every single watch enthusiast. Okay, hi guys, and welcome to the show. And today I'm going to go over 7 essential items I believe every single watch enthusiast, no matter if you're a seasoned veteran aficionado or just getting into watches, I do believe you should own these, one of these, or if not all of them. You should at least strongly consider them. Now, I'll do wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Squire 30 Atmos. It is my favorite watch now of all time. It used to be the Rolex Explorer, but this has just stolen my heart away. I feel a very personal connection to this watch. I was involved in some of the designing of it, and it references a very important era for Squire when they made cases for Blanc Bain in the genesis of the dive watch as we know it today. So really cool piece. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to be giving away one of these very soon in a giveaway, so don't forget to like this video if you want to see more giveaways. I'll be making that announcement soon. And that reminds me, guys, a lot of you are commenting that you're not getting notifications of new videos. I don't know what's going on. It seems to be a persistent problem, so always check back, make sure there's new content that you may have missed. So yeah, don't forget to hit that little bell icon. That makes a big difference as well. So like and the bell icon. Great. Right, let's get on with it. At number 7, it is Polywatch. Polywatch is your friend. If you have a Speedmaster with a Hesalite, or perhaps a Swatch, or anything with a plastic crystal, a lot of vintage watches, obviously this is what you need to get. Very inexpensive, very effective. So let's find out a little bit more about it. Plastic watch crystals scratch very easily, resulting in them looking unattractive, or in the most extreme cases, actually hampering legibility. With some watches, replacement of the crystal is not always possible, or overly expensive, or just difficult to replace, especially where watches have a plastic case. The solution watch owners the world over use is a special purpose polishing paste that offers them an extraordinarily simple do-it-yourself solution. Simply polish the scratched area for 2 or 3 minutes with a little pressure at the right angle using a piece of cotton wool. Deeper scratches need to be treated more than once. The 5ml tube that I am showing is sufficient for approximately 10 uses. How this magic is achieved is the paste actually causes the plastic glass to very slightly dissolve, and combined with your motion is then ground down by tiny little abrasive particles. The edges of the scratch marks are then smoothed off and the cracks filled in with some of the original paste from the watch crystal. Okay, at number 6, it is books. It's a never-ending treasure trove of information and knowledge, and you can find them for an absolute bargain on eBay, especially used, and on Amazon, in fact. This is one of my favorites, the Marine Nationale book by Watch History. I've talked about this, featured this heavily on the channel. Great if you're into Tudor, predominantly Tudors in here, but all kinds of great stuff. There's G-Shock, everything. This is another one I scored recently. It's an evolution of Seiko divers here. Very cool indeed. It is in Japanese, but I actually bought it for the illustrations. There's just, oh god, all these references. I'm just looking at the pictures and salivating basically, but very cool indeed. And you're going to see this in future videos. I scored this for about $30, so you can get kind of specialist stuff, or let's have a look at these two, which if you're just getting into watches, actually, you know what, even if you're a seasoned connoisseur, the Magic of Watches is great. It's a great reference book. It just has a kind of overarching, how should I put this? It's just a really good resource for watch terms. So different decoration patterns, so explaining and giving examples like sunburst, clou de Paris, tapestry, barleycorn, etc., concentric, all the rest of it. This is just a wonderful thing to have for beginners or experts. With the death of watch journalism and most of the decent watch blogs and vlogs unfortunately becoming selling platforms, combined with online forums often being misleading or just resorting to petty arguments, books have, in my opinion, become the best and most rewarding way to learn about watches. Books can become just as collectible, and with some specialist rare publications, even appreciating in value. eBay is definitely the best place to look. Just pick your favorite brand or watch and see what comes up. If you're into horology and history, as well as watches, the possibilities then expand immeasurably. Like my video on the Rite of Derby illustrated with the story behind his captivating orrery painting. These rabbit holes to delve into are full of history, art, culture, and scientific innovation, all connected by horology, and are not only deeply fascinating, but also gives a more profound understanding and appreciation of our glorious hobby of watch collecting. Okay, number 5, it is Cape Cod. This stuff is fantastic, and they say it's vanilla scented, but I really... Cialdore di Pandoro. It really does. For my Italians out there, you know what Pandora is, but it smells like Pandora. Do not eat this, okay? Don't eat this. It's incredibly toxic, but it works like magic on your watches. Cape Cod can be purchased for as little as $7 and features a reclosable foil pouch that contains 2 individually wrapped 4x6 inch polishing cloths and is superb stuff to always have at the ready. These are made in the USA, and the polishing cloths work on silver, gold, copper, bronze, aluminium, pewter, and chrome. It essentially removes very minor scuffs and micro scratches, and really helps to brighten up the watch. But always remember, it is not for the brushed, blasted, or satinized finishes, so be careful. It works in the same way as the previously mentioned Polywatch, and it's a great DIY solution when you want to get the watch looking shiny and new again. But bear in mind, it will not remove deep scratches or dents. Okay, at number 4, well, it's pretty obvious. You need something to store your watches in. Now, this can be as varied as watches themselves. The style, the quality, the price, the method of storage, from something permanent for the home, like a carved bespoke box, like you've seen, you know, that beautiful with the lion engraved on the outside. Obviously, you cannot travel with that thing. So there are watch rolls, there are all kinds of different things. But I wanted to debut this today. This is the Unico that I designed very specially with Carl Friedrich, long time in the making. This is no ordinary case, and of course it goes without saying, it's a tremendous honor. So let's find out a little bit more about this and how the Unico works. Storing your watches away safely not only helps protect your collection, but organize them too. Over the years, you have seen me review big, luxurious boxes to display a larger collection at home, or smaller pouches to store just a selection from your larger collection when you need to travel. But what about something for everyday carry? For many years, I have carried a second watch when I'm out and about, away from home, in my pocket, as I love to switch up watches during the day. Sometimes out of necessity, but most often just for fun. I didn't want or need to take a bigger watch roll with me everywhere, and I wanted something small enough to put in my pocket, but still able to protect the watch. I tried various methods and cases, but nothing lasted, mainly due to the friction caused when putting something in and taking it out numerous times. So the solution was to come up with something new. Since the start of the channel, you would have undoubtedly noticed I adore Carl Friedrich. I've been a fan and avid collector of all their leather products, reviewing them many times. As you would have seen, anytime I travel, I use their bags, so I suggested the idea to them for a single watch case. But don't let the clean, minimal and traditionally elegant style fool you. It's designed precisely for the pocket, so it hooks in closed securely, rather than a button or something that can be opened accidentally when you pull it out. The size is also extremely carefully considered, and I personally tested many prototypes on endless amounts of jeans, trousers, coats and jackets to make sure the size was just right. You see, it has to be a balance of being big enough to protect the watch, but small enough, like a wallet, to carry on your person comfortably for those times you don't need or desire to carry a bag. Like all leather products from Carl Friedrich, it's premium materials, luxuriously made with the finest vegetable tanned vaqueta leather, robustly strong, impeccably well stitched with a smooth finish on the outside and a softer suede interior. There's a cushion inside to place the watch in position and to make sure if the watch is on a metal bracelet, it does not scratch itself. This item is designed and made to last a lifetime. The more you use it, just like their leather-based products I cherish and use every day, the more the leather develops a very unique character of its own. Available in cognac, black, and a chocolate brown, you can take it to that extra level of dapperness and match it to your bag, attire, or other EDC essentials. Once again, I'll leave the link in the description. Okay, number 3, watch straps. Now, watch straps can dramatically not only change the way the watch feels and looks, adds and elevates your attire, kind of like the cherry on top of the cake, so to speak. You know, if you want to match a particular shoes or belt or shirt or something, you know, it really does take an outfit to the next level, but also functionally. Watch straps basically split into 2 categories when it comes to function. The first is straps are a great way to accessorize a watch to make it more formal, dressy. And the second is for sports and functionality. The prices, qualities, styles, materials vary just as drastically as watches do. The most expensive are often due to being made of exotic or luxurious materials. Genuine crocodile or alligator is a good example. They can even go into the hundreds. It also makes the watch look incredibly dapper and adds a level of sophistication. Coloreb are my go-to choice for their handmade, higher-end Italian leather straps. With a vast array to choose from, they offer the best value on the market. Carl Friedrich recently entered the game too, offering a unique ability to customize your strap with a monogram, combined with the same supremely high-quality leather used in all their famous bags and wallets. For aviation style, either canvas or leather, the traditional Rios 1931 from Germany has been my go-to choice, offering exceptional craftsmanship and elegant designs at a very low cost. In terms of watch straps for function, rubber and nylon NATO, Zulu and parachute straps are king. The last few being military inventions that keeps the watch still attached in case of a spring bar failure as it passes through both ends of the watch. But what makes these options for sports, exercise and leisure activities so compelling is their inherent water resistance, toughness and comfort, while simultaneously being very lightweight. Wrist Candy Watch Club has always been my recommendation for NATOs, and in recent years they offer some of the best nylon Perlon straps too, which is a great dressy alternative and have a massive advantage of being adjustable to any fit, along with being breathable and water resistant too. For rubber straps, my favorite has always been the Italian-made Bonetto Cinturini. Due to their modest prices, use of premium vulcanized rubber that does not annoyingly attract lint like cheap rubber straps, and their choice of fun, interesting designs. I would start looking at Hadley Roma, De Beers, and Strapcode. They all have solid options. But my go-to place is definitely also Holben's for many of the brands mentioned, and far more. Okay, number 2, watch tools. Yep, you definitely need this stuff. This is a very affordable kit you can get on Amazon. And by the way, that reminds me, I should have mentioned earlier, do forgive me, everything, well not everything, most of the stuff in this video you can get in the Urban Gentry Amazon store, link down below. When it comes to maintaining or adjusting aspects of your watch, tools are an essential because without them you can risk damaging your watch. With watch tools, sky's the limit, and you can get professional grade alternatives like the Swiss-made Bergeon tools, for example. They are the industry standard and what most watchmakers use. However, prices soon start escalating. But if you are just an average watch enthusiast like me, cheap and cheerful is best. I don't personally see the need to spend hundreds when I only occasionally open or adjust a watch, or change a strap, adjust links in a bracelet, maybe replace a gasket, definitely for changing batteries, and so on. For under $20, you can get a kit like mine off Amazon that is practical and conveniently you can store in a little case. Okay, so there were two things that I would also add to your kit. Firstly is a demagnetizer. Now, there are magnetic fields everywhere. If you're working on a laptop, you don't have to be in the cockpit of a plane or a recording studio to encounter these magnetic fields, and they can really affect the accuracy of your watch. If your watch is typically running really, really fast, that is a sign of magnetism. Just run a little compass. If you've seen the compasses that in my videos, that's also in the Amazon store, that will indicate to you if a watch is magnetized. This, cheap as chips, for $10 can demagnetize a watch for you. You don't have to send it off to a watchmaker and spend an arm and a leg having it serviced. Something you can do yourself at home. I would also recommend, not for everybody, because if you're not into leather straps, a hole punch. Very simple. Sometimes you can't really get that right fit with a strap. So do consider one of these. And if I had to say there was one item from the kit that is probably more important than all the rest of it, it's the spring bar tool. Now, you can buy these individually, of course, but I think for $20 you might as well get the whole kit. If you're going to try and use a knife, God forbid, you're like a pen knife or something like that, you're going to end up possibly scratching the watch, damaging the watch. These are so easy. Okay, number one, you probably guessed it, the Beta watch. Now, I should kind of preface this by explaining that, everyone's different. We all have different themed collections. Some people only wear dress watches. Other people collect military watches, or a certain color, or a certain style, a certain era, whatever. Right? It doesn't matter. But every collection, I believe, should have a Beta watch, because at some point you're going to do some yard work, you're going to do some working out. I mean, this is my Casio. I wear this every single day doing my cardio. It's light, it can take a licking and keep on ticking like the old Timex slogan. It's tough, it's accurate, it's inexpensive, and if I really mess it up, I can just replace it. It's also comfortable, which is a very important thing. So I wear this every day for my cardio. My new favorite is, of course, the Mission Impossible, which I just adore. Check out the review of this. This is such a cool watch. But you don't have to spend $50 or $40 or however much those are. You can go as little as $10, get the Casio F91W, just as reliable. Not as tough, but you see what I'm saying. Probably the only person exempt from the Beta watch is the mythical figure, I don't know if he even exists, but this legendary one-watch collection man. Is it even a collection? For those people, their watch is also their Beta watch, because their collection is just one watch. Most often than not, it's a dive watch, and dive watches inherently, because of their water resistance, their versatility, different kind of attire, like James Bond, for example. Well, actually, he's a collector now because he has the Aquaterra and he switches watches. But originally, Bond was one of those kind of one-watch guys, and dive watch is great. I wear them in jogging in the summer because I use the dive time bezel to time my jogging, right? So, and if it gets wet, it's absolutely fine. And I take it off the bracelet because, a rubber strap or a NATO is great because it's secure, water resistant. It's not going to cause friction like a steel bracelet. All right, guys, so there we have it. Now, please don't forget to add your suggestions in the comments below. Any recommendations that you think every single watch enthusiast should consider owning, do share that in the comments. I love your feedback. It really kind of adds to the video and helps people out, so please do that. And don't forget to like this video, very important indeed, if you enjoyed it and found it useful. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Ciao.